So Bobby, it's victory here against Hemel Hempstead. What did you make of the match?
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of every individual on and off the park this week, because we've done a hell of a lot of work this week, because to come and play against a good side with a good manager, a great chairman here, and a very good football club, I wanted to show a few people straight away that Weymouth are on the map, and we're trying to win games away from home and as well as at home. So man for man, I think everyone was man of the match one day, because they had to do a lot of detail this week, because they passed the ball around really well, don't they? But our game plan was to catch them on the break, and it worked today. So today was our day. Some days it doesn't always work the way you want it to, but today was our day. And just want to say thanks to all the fans for coming out. All the board members have been superb this week. Paul, our chairman's had an operation this week, so he asked me to get him 3 points to make him feel better. So hopefully that'll make him feel better, and he'll be happy tonight, because he's never normally happy at the moment. He drives us on as much as I drive everyone on. So yeah, I'll send him a little text later that results for him.
Tom Stagg returned to the side this afternoon. How pleased were you that he could make an impact when substituted on?
Well, what many people don't know, he wasn't even in the squad last night. I don't know what it was. Me and my assistant, we had a chat yesterday, and I said to my assistant, how do you leave this boy out of the squad when he's a finisher? And I felt really sorry for Nahum, who's done nothing wrong, but I decided right at the last minute. I'd already told Staggy yesterday he's not in the squad, but sometimes you have to analyse things, go away, reflect what would happen if he gets that chance. So yeah, he will tell you himself, it was so late yesterday. I rang him up and I said, could you do 20 minutes, because he's only been back a week. And he said to me, Gaff, I'm ready to play, I'm ready to play. As soon as he said it to me, the conversations, now I've got to go to Nahum and say he's not in the squad, and I feel for him, because he didn't deserve to be out, but it ended up being the right decision today. So well done to Staggy. One chance, one finish. He knows where the back of the net is, but he's only trained with us once. He's been out for a long time, but that's the gambles you've got to take in football, so I'm really pleased with that one.
So alongside Tom Stagg, we've had 4 other goal scorers this season, all 5 goals coming from 5 different outputs. That must be pleasing for you to see not just one player scoring all the goals, they're coming from the whole team.
Well, listen, when you lose goal scorers that we have, you have to bring in teams players in that can score from every department. So we spoke about that in great depth. You can't just rely on 2 players. Everyone's got to chip in. And if you bring a group together and they believe in each other, they're chipping, they're all chipping. But today, man for man, they're all 10s, weren't they? And we looked leggy at times today, because I always push them to the limit. That's the way I like to manage. And there was times when I wanted them to press even harder, but it was a hot, scorching day, AstroTurf. That's why this is such a brilliant result. This is a statement today that we mean business, that we're having a go. And we're prepared now for the next game. That's going to be a massive challenge. We will enjoy an hour, and then I promise you, by tonight, tomorrow morning, we won't be allowed to speak about this result. It's gone, it's ticked off, and now we go again.
Brandon Goodship stepped up to take the penalty. Did Brandon put himself towards taking the spot kick, or did you nominate him to take it?
Me and Tom spoke about it. Brandon wanted it, so Brandon takes it. I do everything as a team here. I don't demand. I always speak to people, because Tom's my captain. He said Brandon wanted it. He was happy to give it to Brandon, and I was very happy Brandon had it. So as a group, that's what we do. I don't need to tell them who's taking it, who's not. If Tom wanted it, I would have allowed him to have it. He's my captain. If he believes he's going to score, but I'm not going to lie, I was glad he gave it to Brad, because Brandon's a cool finish, wasn't it? So I'm really pleased for that. For them too, as a team, they decided what was best for the team, and that's what really impressed me with that decision.
I know you like to keep it to one game at a time, so I'll put it in the context of the fans. You must be pleased for them that they can look at the table and see we're sat in the playoff places as it stands.
Not interested. You have to ask the question, I respect that. I'm not going to look at the league table. If I was bottom today, or on top today, or on middle table, I don't know where we're going to be, but no, I don't need to look at that. It's on to the next game, because you can move positions very quickly. It's where you finish, never how you start. But if you work hard in pre-season and you come together quickly, you have a chance of having a good season, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Make sure we have a good season. Team spirit is absolutely different class at the moment. They're all digging in for each other, because people had to do jobs today they don't normally do. And when Dan couldn't run in the last 6-7 minutes, I had to ask my got 2 other forwards to do man-to-man marking on their wing-backs because they were the threat, and they went in there and done it. It wasn't about scoring a third, it was about holding on to a lead in the last 10 minutes, especially when we were down to 10 men. Robbo should have come off, but said to me, Gaffer, I'll stay on and just be a number, and that's the characters I want round me, and that's what the characters at Weymouth want. And I'm just so proud for everyone off Weymouth today, on and off the park. They deserve all the credit.
And on Dan Roberts, is that a serious injury, or is it just
he's rolled it? That'd be maybe a week, 2 weeks. I'm starting to get a few injuries again, what's not helping me, but I think you see last year, I don't dwell on it, we'll move, we'll work extremely hard to make sure we got the right players fit, maybe bring one in if we have to bring one in, but when you see Staggy do that, and you've got Norman on the bench waiting to be a finisher himself, listen, today wasn't right for Frankie to come on because of the game plan, what we're trying to do, but they're all playing a big part to win games football club.
Chelmsford up next to the Bob Lucas. How will he look to build on this afternoon's victory going into that one?
As soon as I get the report tomorrow, we will start working tomorrow, me and the management team. We are together on Monday to start preparing for that. What we know, they're one of the favourites to go up this year as well. They've got a good football club and a good manager as well, but that's what's next on the agenda, and that's what we will thrive to try and beat them at the Bob Lucas. And we're playing very well at the moment, and we've continued momentum from last year as well. Not that I like to bring that up, but we are now on a very good run, and we like this feeling. We like to feel winners, and we'll take it one game at a time and see how we get on.
Brilliant, Bobby. Well
Thanks
done.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.